Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. We are going to finish carving this gnome tonight and then maybe get into something else if there's time. So, welcome. Yo, thanks, Scuba Steve. Welcome, dude. I'm just gonna drop all my tools real quick before I get going. Yeah, my wife got me this sweatshirt. She's tried to commandeer it before, too. Yeah, she gives me work to do too. I don't really get away. I don't really get away from that one. Welcome, everybody. Everybody that just came in. Tonight we are going to finish carving this gnome, and we'll get into something else. Maybe we'll make a planner. Maybe we'll work on a jewelry box. I haven't decided yet. I'm winging it. I'm winging it tonight, guys. As usual. finer details, so we'll go with a smaller chisel. Actually, I want the rounded chisel. Welcome, everybody. Who's that? What up, Land Raver? How you doing, bud? I just now got his nostrils kind of cut out. I'm gonna shave this back a bit. What up, Scoot? How's it going, everybody? I tell you guys, I almost didn't stream tonight, man, just out of exhaustion, but I got a little nap in. And trying to hit those 1,000 subs, dude. It's pretty motivating goal. fingers. Mr. Bubba Johnson in the house, dude. What's up? Anthony, what's happening, dude? I'm gonna make a little gnome face with a mustache. I like to have the mustache be kind of two planes, you know, like a flat plane and then an angled one. I think that looks pretty slick. Chat's cracking off, dude. What's up, everybody? Hey, Harry, what's up? Yeah, there's been some. YouTube's been kind of weird, dude. And they put out a little message. If you check your YouTube studio, they probably have a little message from them in there about it. They're trying to sort it out. You know, at a certain point, you gotta call it, dude, because you could just keep whittling forever, or whatever. Just keep carving and carving and carving. That's actually a good suggestion. I do have a lot of stuff that I haven't sold hanging out. Got some good cheeks. I got some good cheeks there. Now for the tedious part is shaping the head down to the hat. Oops. I'm gonna go lose the sweater, guys. I'll be right back. This is just a chisel. So I'm mainly using a chisel, just a cheap like chisel, and a utility knife from the hardware store. Those are my main ones I'm using on this guy. I have a bunch of little chisels laying around that I use from time to time, but these are the main ones I use for big shaping. You just want to get a leather strop and strop your chisel often. And keep that sucker sharp. It's sharp. It's a sharp little buddy. You can do this with a knife too. I like the chisel. Makes a very satisfying sound, actually. Yeah, it's really sharp. That's why I wear the cut resistant glove, man, because you don't want to run into your hand with a chisel or a knife. Because then you wouldn't be carving for a little while. You'd be going to the doctor. Now we're starting to get the shape of the helmet a little bit. So I'm going to flatten the front and slope that back a little. I'm actually doing, this might seem unsafe, but I'm doing a very controlled stroke where I'm just using my wrist. Scoot, we'll see you. Thanks for stopping by. So I'm just doing a really, like my wrist is at the end of my stroke. With my wrist is the end of it. So there's not the potential to slip and come at myself, you know. We got a good community in the chat, man. Everybody's getting to know each other, knows each other, and it's friendly. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, dude. Fuck. That was a huge mistake. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. That's what happens when you don't pay attention, dude. You get cut. Super clean cut, though. That is a sharp chisel. Not that deep. The cut-resistant glove saved me there, dude. Otherwise, that could have been very bad, and I need to be more careful. Just a little reminder to be careful, dude. Sharp little buddy. Hey, Amy, what's happening? We're just carving a little gnome. Yeah, just a little gnomey. Just a little gnome boy. Oh yeah, it's bleeding through the glove now, dude. You can see where it hit right there. Very minor. That could have been fucking really bad if it wasn't for this glove, dude. So, guys, if you're gonna carve, spend the $10 or whatever, get the cut resistant glove. As you can see, it just totally saved my hand when I got a little sloppy there, dude. It's easy to make mistakes. Had I not had this glove on, that would be probably stitches, would be my guess. I think it'd be all right. Yeah, maybe I should, dude. Luckily, my Beavercraft carving kit came with Band-Aids. There we go. You're right, dude. I wrapped it up. So what happened there was I had my finger like this, and like an idiot, I turned the chisel while I was pushing on it, and the piece that it was grabbing slipped, and it just choo 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 right there. So be careful. What's being held for review? What is this? I don't know why. I don't know why I held Amy's comment there. Thanks for stopping in, Amy. Good to see you. I don't know why the freaking auto mod held that comment. That's so dumb. Guys, I think Friday I'm going to start that jewelry build box, maybe. Jewelry box build. Yeah, I mean, that was a totally innocent comment, and for whatever reason, it decided to pull it. Also, if anybody's trying to comment in here and their comment keeps disappearing, YouTube just put out a little notification that that's been happening and they're working on it. Yeah, that'd be sweet, Harry. Send me a message when you're about to do that. Nice, dude. Is that Cade? Cade, I'm making a little gnome. Carve a little gnome. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're fun. Just a fun little project, pass the time. Make a gnome. Okay, it does not like going that way on that one. Thanks for the clutch. I'm not sure what clutch is, but thank you. It says you sent a clutch. Thank you. I don't think anybody's ever sent me a clutch. Guys, if you're watching this and you're thinking you might like to start carving, I recommend it, dude. It's a low barrier to entry. You can pick up a utility knife for 10 or 12 bucks. You pick up a chisel for like 10 bucks. Pick up a cut resistant glove for around 10 bucks. I think when you buy hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you saying that. I buy these blocks in like 20 blocks for like 18 bucks or something. So for like under 50 bucks, you could be carving. And yeah, I think I bought this set right here for like 40 bucks or something. I have a bunch of stuff. And then a lot of these tools were given to me by a friend who these tools used to be his mom's. And so he gave me those. And they're fantastic tools. So I ended up with a lot of stuff. But yeah, right now I'm just mostly using a very inexpensive utility knife and a very inexpensive chisel. And a piece of leather to keep the chisel sharp. Message being held for review. Somebody said chisel me timbers, and for some reason the automod hit it. So I don't know, dude. This automod needs a little work, man. It's a little heavy-handed, bro. Well, dude said it was chisel me timbers, and it modded them. That's so weird. I tried to make it so that, Devin, I tried to make it so that your comment was visible. But yeah, that was a weird thing about automod. It hid somebody's comment earlier that was like, I was just stopping by to say hi, good to see you. And they said something like that, and the automod hit it. Yeah. see a little curly piece. It's a sharp little buddy, dude. And you want to kind of, it is like butter. You want to kind of make sure that every surface has been carved, you know. You don't want to just leave like a raw surface that hasn't been carved, because it just doesn't look like it fits with the rest, you know. Yeah, you can do a lot with a couple of really inexpensive tools, man. Carving isn't something that you need to spend a lot of money on. You can just get a couple little things and start carving. I gotta say, it is, for whatever reason, it is a very, very relaxing hobby to carve. Sometimes when I come out here to the shop, instead of like building something and running the saws and making a bunch of noise, it's nice just to just quietly carve. Whoa, dude, don't take too much off at once. That is dangerous. I almost messed it up right there. Should probably be using a smaller tool here, but I like the chisel, dude. So what I'm doing here, guys. What I'm doing, we could carve a potato. What I'm doing here is I'm using the chisel and digging it in along this line to use it as a stop cut, so that when I come back this way, my chisel doesn't take off the edge of the helmet right there. Sometimes I did stain one of the gnomes with some Danish oil when it went onto a jewelry box. So this one is probably going to get stained because I'm going to put it on top of a jewelry box that I'm going to make. And so this will be the handle. This will be the handle for the top of the jewelry box. Or guardian box is what we're calling them. We're going to round the back off a little bit. It's still a little blocky, so I'm going to use the razor knife for that, just for expedience. As I did that, I noticed that right here needs to be lowered down a little bit, so I can go ahead and lower that down. Hey, good night, Harry. Good to see you, man. We see you soon, Harry. Okay, I don't like how that's coming up, so we'll go at a different angle. There we go. I don't like that either. We'll go this way. Yeah, don't go towards your fingers, dude. Let's not make the same mistake twice in one night, buddy. All right, let's mustache this dude. Let's cut his. Let's shape his facial hair now, dude. That's the wrong one of those. So for this, I'm just using a V, like a little V gouge. Focus. There we go. It's just like a little V. Got his little mustache going on. Now it's time to beard him up. You think it looks like Rick Moranis? Does this one look a little like Rick Moranis from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, maybe? That's funny, dude. I need to do a little bit better nostrils, dude. So I'm gonna give him some tiny nostrils. Just a little hint of a nostril, dude. There we go. There we go. I could smooth out the top of his nose a little bit. I'm feeling a little better about his nose now. That glowing light makes it hard to see on the camera. Nose is better. Maybe I'll go up, shape it upwards a little bit. There we go. Do not cut that way, dude. That is going to break it. All right. Got that nose looking way better. Got the beard on there. Maybe some kind of... Oh, you know what I wanted to do was do a little rim around that hat there. I'll do that with... Try that with the... No, not the big chisel, dude. This is not something we want to fuck up right here. Now maybe a big chisel. Too strong. Welcome everybody that just came in. I see a handful of people just came in. Welcome to the chat. I am just having a chill little carving time right now. Carving up this little gnome. We're almost to 1,000 subs, guys. Which is cool, dude. It's also wild, man. It's a lot. It's a lot of people that decided, hey, fuck, I fucked that up. It's a lot of people that decided, hey, let's follow this shop here. And I appreciate all you guys, man. I went a little too hard there, and I took the brim off of this. I didn't want to do that, but it'll be all right. Yeah, dude, I do. I do all kind of stuff in here. I do. I got some redwood and some cedar planters there. I've got stuff made out of walnut, whatever I get my hands on. Um, the hardest wood to work on, I think, what's it called? Lignum vitae. I think it's called lignum vitae is the hardest wood. But the hardest one that I tend to work on is walnut, which is hard enough, dude. I have some madrone here, which is a very hard wood as well. But just a couple little pieces left that I'm saving. The wood I'm working on right now is called basswood. Hey, Charlie, thank you, dude. You just want to see a little close up what we got so far. I need to clean up that brim, which I'll do right now. I'm gonna just kind of take off the sharp edge of that brim. Okay, there we go. I'm cool with this guy. I believe this is gnome number 36. Or 30, this is gnome number 37. Actually, so we'll put a 37 on him. This is the 37th gnome I've carved, dudes. I'm going to put away the carving stuff and move on to something else here. Yo, thanks, Anthony. Thank you, you guys. Always appreciate the kind words, y'all. Like I said, that was gnome 37 that I've carved, so still a lot of room for improvement, but I think they're cool. I've ended up selling some gnomes, actually. People have bought gnomes, and one of them was bought by a friend in Poland, and one was bought by someone in Homer, Alaska. So these little gnomes are getting around. Yeah, I totally, you know what? Let me show you something here. Anthony, I have this is my little fire starter basket, and I have a lot of walnut shavings, which look like chocolate, and then other stuff. So yeah, this is my little fire starter basket. Good call, sir. Good call. And I'm gonna have a little fire this weekend. I think on Saturday night I'll have a little backyard fire, dude. Couple of cold ones, and I'll probably stream it. If you guys want to come hang out, have a little bonfire this weekend. Nothing serious, dude. No build, and then afterwards we'll probably leave it private. Just a little private live stream, dude. Chilling by the fire, hanging out, bullshitting. We've done that once before here, and it was super nice. Kevin England in the house, dude. Kevin, look at my big basket of shavings, bro. Look at all those shavings. Little chunk of walnut in there. Where'd that one thing go, dude? Who was in here? Who was in here the night we were messing around and we made James the Offcut Demon? Is what you guys ended up. You guys named this dude. Oh man. So let's get this out of the way. I put my carving stuff into this little bag here because sometimes I take it with me when I go places. If I don't want to be sitting around somewhere, and then I can carve. Hey Kevin, you missed it, dude. The cut resistant glove saved my finger, bro. Like that would have been super bad. Like that would have been really, really bad. But the cut resistant glove slowed it down quite a bit. And without the cut resistant glove, could have been stitches, dude. So make sure you wear those things, guys. Let's take a look at what we're working with over here. Holy smokes, dude. I'm not sure we're going to totally get into this tonight, but this is that glue up from yesterday. So this has been in the clamps for 24 hours. We can take it out. Don't forget the innocent piece of firewood or the innocent piece of lumber that's actually a hidden stash box. So the gloves are just some, let me grab them. They're just some inexpensive cut resistant gloves from Amazon. And I think it was $10 for the pair. And they look like this. It was $10 for a pair, and that wasn't the first time they've saved me from getting a nasty cut. So definitely worth the $10, dude. You know, I'm still pretty much a beginner when it comes to carving, and I do watch a lot of wood carving videos and stuff, like guys on YouTube, men and women on YouTube. But yeah, one thing that I'll tell you is wear those cut resistant gloves. You know. Put a couple clamps on this one, huh? Okay, we'll put these over here where I like to keep these. All right, guys, and this one, is going to be the next jewelry box we have. A little bit of a gap right there that I'm not stoked about, but we've got walnut, and then for accent we have redwood, cedar, and then redwood, and then the back's going to be this piece of walnut. So the front's going to be that piece of walnut, and then this guy will be the handle on the top. It'll be the top handle for lifting the lid off the box. And then we'll use a piece of obsidian, a volcanic glass, for the drawer pull on the front to open the front drawer. So we'll get started on this one. I'm thinking Friday, dude. I'm not liking that little gap right there, but it's not too bad. Yeah, this is going to be an absolutely beautiful piece, dude. If you look back through my videos, I made another one of these a couple weeks ago in the same style, and it's going to be very much like that one. This is the same piece of wood. This is off the same piece of wood, so it'll look a lot similar to that one. Then I have these big grapevines I got to figure out what to do with. These old growth grapevines. And I have a bunch more redwood to make planter boxes. So that's what's coming up. That's what's coming up in the next week or so, dudes. Gonna make that box. Probably try to sell it on the stream. We'll do some planners. And you know what? I'm gonna add the cut resistant gloves and the carving kit to my affiliate links. And so give me a little while. Give me, I don't know, tomorrow. By tomorrow, I'll have cut resistant gloves and I'll have the carving kit and stuff like that on my affiliate links. So I already have a couple things on there. If you go to my profile and you click on the Linktree link, it'll take you to my Linktree, which has all my socials, and then it has my affiliate links for like glue. There's actually like a good deal. I got a good deal on Titebond 3 on my affiliate links right now. It's like 20% off or something like that. I've got some Diablo sanding discs on there, all kind of stuff. So check it out, dudes. Anything you buy off my links like that they give me like 2 or 3% of the sale. So anything you buy there helps out the shop. Also, memberships are available. If you're not a member, it's $3 a month to join. You get some content that the rest of the world doesn't get to see. You get an early look at stuff. Pretty soon, I'm going to be putting some plans on there for members to have for free. And then at the $10 membership tier, you get 25% off my handmade items. So that's pretty cool. What else is going on in the news here? I think I'm at like 900. When I started this stream, I was at like 937 subs. So we're almost to 1,000, dude. It's been 4 months. It feels like we're kicking ass. But I'm starting to get tired, dude. And like I work a full-time job. And then I source all the materials for this in my free time. And then I come in here and build. And I pay for the materials and I do all this. And I'm starting to get a little worn out, dude. So I think once I hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to take a couple days off streaming and chill out. Kick it with my dog or whatever. What else, man? You guys got anything you want to talk about? Are we good? Anthony, you got anything? Thank you. Thank you, will do. Oh, Potato the dog. Yes, sir. Where is he? He's laying down out there. A dog carving? I haven't done a dog carving. 9:40 now? Heck yeah, dude. What up, Mike? We were just about to wrap it up. We're just kind of bullshitting. That's cool. We picked up 3 tonight. That's awesome, dude. 60 to go. You know what, Anthony? I'll practice some dog carvings, and then it's not something I want to promise until I actually, until I know for sure I can do it passably, you know. Oh, Mike, we finished the gnome. What's the GG? Thanks for the GG, bro. That made like a big GG appear on my screen. I'm new to those. I'm new to this, so I've only had those for like a couple weeks. Those things that you can send like that. Thanks for the GG, brother. But yeah, I'll carve some dogs on my free time or whatever, and once I have it down, then I'll feel good about selling them. Like I had people asking me for the gnomes. I had people asking me for the gnomes, and then I wouldn't sell them at first until I had like 20 or so carved because I didn't want to sell somebody something shitty, you know. Mike, I think we're gonna do a fireside stream on Saturday as long as the weather is permitting. We'll do a fireside stream, and then once the stream is over, I'll keep it private. So it'll be like a private fireside stream for you guys. We'll hang out. I'll probably put down a handful of cold ones. I am a gnome. I am almost a gnome commander, dude. This is gnome 37, bro. The gnome army is growing and growing and growing and growing. Eventually, I'll have hundreds of gnomes. I don't have all 37 of the gnomes. I mean, I think I have like 20 of them. Maybe 15 or 20 of the gnomes. I love carving the gnomes though, man. It makes me feel really, really peaceful, dude. You know, like got a bunch of stuff run through your head, sweating a bunch of stuff, thinking about stuff, stressing on this, thinking about that. And then you start carving, dude. And then that's what you're doing. Those thoughts go by the wayside and you can just relax. How much basswood do I have? I think I have 6 more of these size. I have 6 more of these size. I have a bunch of like 2-inch square ones. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. And then I think I have one more 1-inch by 4-inch one. I need to order some basswood. What is this? Oh, there's a piece of basswood right there. That could be enough. Dude, what do I got laying around here? I tried carving this Doug fir, like that you get 2x4 construction Doug fir, and this shit sucks to carve, dude. It's super stringy. It's garbage. Oh, that's a little piece of redwood, dude. Maybe I could carve that. What else do I have over here? Oh, look at, I have this. Yeah, dude, carving Doug fir is ridiculous. I have this was an offcut, or this was a cutout from a bandsaw box, and I'm thinking if I just drill a hole right in the middle of it, it could be a little tea light holder. I have a couple of those. They're kind of weird, funky shapes. This might make a good tea light holder if I were to round it off better. This little cutout. Speaking of things that'll make good tea light holders, here's another one. So I have a lot of little things I can. You know what I should do tomorrow is get through my scraps that I keep on my desk of like cool little shit. You know? Oh, dude, how big is that? So this piece just made me think, what if I take and make a perfectly round, like little piece of walnut like this, and then drill the hole in the center to hold the tea light, and then it's just like a little, you know, like a little tea light holder thing, just a simple little walnut tea light holder thing, make it all nice. I have a lot of scraps here, basically, like this super dope piece of wood of walnut that I haven't wanted to throw out. That's what tomorrow is going to be, go through the scrap wood and just make little things. So let's get it out here, dude. Or ashtray, like that one could be a little ashtray. You know, tomorrow will be 180 days of no cigarettes for me. 180 days of no smoking. After 30 years, dude, of smoking. 180 days tomorrow. It's another little piece of scrap walnut. I got like, just like cool, these are, it's kind of off camera, but I have like a whole bunch of cool little pieces of walnut that like look at that. That's fucking sick, dude. I couldn't throw it away. Little stuff like this little piece of live edge. What am I going to do with that? I don't know, but I couldn't throw it away, you know? So I have all this stuff. Also this shelf. sold a bunch of these little shelves like this. This is made from this one's made from pallet wood. Came out real nice. But I made a bunch of these and sold them. This was before I started streaming. I sold a bunch of these little shelves. I still have the templates for all those. I have this. I make this shelf, and I make one that's bigger with 2 shelves. I have the templates for. Live edge piece. Where's the live edge piece? Here's another live edge piece. Like, that would be a sick one, dude. Or where's the one you're talking about? Yeah, that one. One, 2, 3 tea lights on there. Yeah, buddy. So yeah, there's a lot of little projects we can do here. I should probably make more of those shelves, dude, because people like buying those. And this little shelf was my design. I call it the sailboat. That was one of those ones I just came in here and just wanted to make something, so I just made that. No standing by the tea light fire pit. That needs to happen. That will happen, sir. That one will happen. Maybe multiple gnomes. Maybe gnomes and mushrooms and shit. Little carved mushrooms. So yeah, as you can see, I have some weird scraps here that I'd like to do stuff with. I'd like to do something with all these scraps. Like this piece of walnut, right? Is really cool. Now, if I squared it up and flattened the top and drilled a hole in it to put a tea light and then put an oil on it to make, that would be sick, dude. That would be a sick piece. You know? So that's why I hoard scraps, man. I mean, there's scraps that looks like this scrap. What am I ever going to do with that? I don't know, dude. I don't know what I'm going to do with that fucking scrap, bro. I don't know what I'm going to do with this scrap either. But it has a racing stripe, bro. Anyways, dude, I'm rambling, bro. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to come in here tomorrow night, and we're going to make stuff with scraps. Tomorrow night will be make stuff with scrap night. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Tiny bandsaw box for a ring. This might be good for that. All right, guys, I'm going to hit it, man. Appreciate you.